want to talk about this through this prism, the Islamization of Europe and what happened in Germany, because we have James Comey, we have Michael Steinbeck, the Assistant FBI Director, our CIA Director Brennan, our House Homeland Security Committee Chair McCall, and then the former Special Envoy to defeat ISIS, all have said that ISIS will infiltrate the refugee population. How dangerous has it been for Europe, and what can we learn from you?
Well, it's been disastrous, and of course Angela Merkel took the very opposite policy position to the one that President-elect Trump is taking. She said, if you remember last year, please all come, we can take as many people as you can send. And what have we seen? Not just a rise of radical groups, the likes of which the German police are trying their best to hunt down today, but also we saw those scenes, remember, on New Year's Eve at Cologne train station, the mass, open, sexual violation of women going on in a Western German city. Now, I'm not saying that because I want to demonize anybody, but I am saying this. What's happened from many of these Middle Eastern countries is the spread of ISIS. I feel that we ourselves may be partly responsible for causing it by toppling Saddam, by getting rid of Gaddafi, but whatever, the fact is it's there. And remember that in these countries, women are at very best second-class citizens. So at best, we're bringing in a problem, a cultural problem, that is going to be very difficult to assimilate and maintain our values. And at worst, we're bringing in people who actually want to kill us.
And that's what our top intelligence and security officials have been warning. Dr. Gorka, good to see you again, and it'd be great to see you in the Trump administration.
Thank you.
But look, Donald Trump supports safe zones, victims of a civil war, food, medicine, clothing, supplies, safety, baby formula, whatever's needed, cots. There is this clash of cultures, though, that Nigel Farage is talking about, and that is, if you grow up and you believe you can tell women what to wear and they can't drive and go to school without a man's permission, and gays and lesbians can be killed, and marital rape in some of these countries is legal, and the persecution of Christians and Jews are institutionalized, how do you bring people in from countries that believe that, have been born into that, that is their culture, and expect them to just become Americans, to, in other words, to assimilate immediately? It's a stretch to me.
So, Sean, let's start with the fact that we are a Christian nation. We are a Judeo-Christian nation. So we help people when we can help them. But that is not a contract for national suicide. That doesn't mean, as Hillary Clinton said in her private speech to the bankers, we don't need any borders, pull down the borders.
The whole Western Hemisphere.
Whole Western Hemisphere, one big happy party. It doesn't mean that you quintuple the number of refugees. If she had won, what Nigel's talking about, Europe, is what America would have been like in 5 years' time if Hillary had become the president.
Probably 100%. Nigel, did you see that coming in America? I know you love America. You're one of our closest allies throughout history. Unfortunately, I would argue under Obama, those relations have become strained. But did you see that for America? Was that one of the reasons you were so vocal for Donald Trump?
Yes, it was. I mean, the big picture is I believe in nation-state democracy. I believe that the people should be in charge of the decisions that affect their lives. What I saw with my country, with the European Union, was increasingly those decisions being taken somewhere else, and crucially, borders being completely removed. And I could see that Clinton basically viewed that building you can see behind me, the European Union's headquarters, she viewed it as a prototype for something she wanted America to be part of. And that is why I went so strong for Trump. Also, I backed Trump because I thought the man had guts and integrity, and boy, he has.
Yeah, you have been talking to the Trump administration. You would accept a role in national security?
I think every American, if offered one, it would be their duty. This man is going to make America great again, and he's going to provide leadership in the world.
But you wrote a book. It was a bestseller, Defeating ISIS. We can defeat them.
Absolutely, but only if America leads in the world. Remember, this administration, the Obama administration, made it part of the U.S. national security policy to lead from behind. Now look those words up in a Webster's dictionary. Leading from behind means following,
Yeah,
We
well
haven't
said.
led. We haven't led.
Nigel, what was your discussion with Donald Trump on Saturday like? What did you all talk about? And you did tell me one story I hope you'll share about Winston Churchill.
Yeah, I mean, I think Trump and I have been the two most vilified people in the Western world over the course of the last couple of years, because we've...
I think that's all true, by the way.
Three of you, right?
By the way, I'm not far behind you. I'm pretty close up there in some people's eyes.
I tell you what, Sean, you're in the running, mate. Don't worry about that. No, I mean, this is the extraordinary thing, is that the liberal elite, the establishment, those that have had it all their own way for the last couple of decades, brand us as being extremists, brand us as being racist. All we're saying is we believe in democracy. And I think after Brexit and now Trump winning, and I was talking to him on Saturday, I now hope it's going to spread like an infectious disease across the whole of the Western world. I found the President-elect to be reflective, thoughtful, full of great ideas, and I tell you what, and I was very honoured to be given that time with him, but I really, genuinely believe he's got the makings of being a great president.
Guys, good to see you both. I hope things work out. I'd love to see you get that position.
Thank you, Sean.